One Zambia, One Nation, it's a pleasure to be with you on tonight's edition of Zanis News. I'm Alice Banda. Top stories in the news tonight. Vice President challenges women to venture into male-dominated industry. Days numbered for human traffickers as government deploys border guards. Tobacco farmers in Chipangali urge to diversify. And Masaiti local authority bemoans misuse of CDF grants by cooperatives. The news in detail. The expanded and modernized Nacala port in Mozambique has been commissioned. President Hakainde Hichilema joined his Mozambican counterpart Filipe Nyusi and Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera at the inauguration ceremony this morning. And President Hichilema said the Nakara corridor is vital as it presents the shortest route to the coast for the country's imports and exports, thereby providing an avenue for reduced transportation costs. He added that the modernized facilities at the Nakala post will help to increase efficiency in handling larger volumes of cargo, promote safer and competitive transportation along the corridor, lower the transit transport costs, and ensure faster delivery of goods. Vice President Mutale Nalumango has called on women to venture into a male-dominated automobile industry. The Vice President has, however, saluted women who have already ventured into the sector. Mrs. Nalumango was speaking when she graced the official opening of the 13th Lusaka Motor Show held at Mika Lodge in Lusaka. The Vice President further encouraged the womenfolk not to shy away, but to rather participate in male-dominated industries. Speaking earlier, Lusaka Motor Show Managing Director Bobby Singh informed the Vice President that the event has grown from the time it was launched. Mr. Singh further disclosed that this year's automotive show has attracted 75 remarkable brands.
In leadership, I am delighted to witness or to have witnessed the increasing presence of women in key decision-making positions within the predominantly male-dominated industry. I wholeheartedly encourage all women to actively participate in this sector and seize the opportunities it offers.
We stand here with immense delight and we host together over 75 remarkable brands under one roof. It's a testament to the growth and vibrancy of our automotive industry. More than just a showcase of vehicles, the Lusaka Motor Show is a hub for networking, a catalyst for business-to-business growth, a stage for investments, and a classroom that educates the general public about the latest products, services, and innovations in our automotive world today and beyond.
Days are numbered for human traffickers and smugglers as the government has deployed border guards in all crossing points of the country who graduated at a colorful pass-out parade at Sondela Paramilitary Training School. And Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security Jack Mwimbu, who graced the ceremony, said the border guards will enhance the country's security. Sarah Miti was there and filled in this report.
After 6 months of intense physical and mental training, today they graduate as the first ever qualified immigration border guards for the country. The team, consisting of 53 males and 38 females, is tasked with the heavy responsibility of ensuring security at the country's 8 borders. Minister in charge of Home Affairs and Internal Security, Jack Mwimbu, says the introduction of the position of border guards is government's effort aimed at enhancing security at the borders and in response to increased transnational crimes in the forms of human trafficking and illegal migration, amongst others.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pass-out parade of these 91 border guards could not have come at a better time than now, when the threat of transnational organized crime such as human trafficking, smuggling in person, and terrorism is becoming ever so real. As a nation, we take pride in our commitment to national security, peace and territorial integrity, and the establishment of immigration border guards is part of this broader commitment. The new immigration border guards will work alongside their counterparts in the law enforcement and security sector to ensure that our borders are secured and protected at all times.
The minister has further charged the graduates to perform their duties with integrity and professionalism.
I urge you to remain steadfast in your commitment to serving this nation with integrity, professionalism, and diligence. Your role is crucial in ensuring that Zambia remains a safe and secure nation that is open for business, tourism, and investment. And as I have already alluded to, you are among the very first few privileged among thousands to be given this rare opportunity to save your country. You have been trained and will be adequately equipped before deployment to enable you to carry out your duties effectively.
Immigration Director General Japhet Lishomwa explains the expected outcome for the training of border guards and has further counseled the new graduates.
The position of border guard was created mainly to take charge of patrolling our long and porous borderline. We are very convinced, Honorable Minister, that this revolutionary development will assist us curb illegal border crossings and other related border crimes. Illegal entry into Zambia is particularly a serious breach of the internal security of our country. Apart from border patrol, the border guards will also provide security at our institution's installation. I hereby direct you to be the game changer. You should change the narrative that our borderline is porous. You should change the narrative that our borderline is porous.
Also in attendance at the pass-out was Minister of Tourism Rodney Sikumba and other senior government officials. The graduation of the trained border guards gives hope for enhanced security and protection at the borders and the entire country in general. Sarah Miti for Zanis.
In Lusaka province, the 2023 Digital Government Africa Summit has ended with delegates describing it as educative, informative and successful. And speaking during the closing ceremony, Minister of Technology and Science Felix Mutati encouraged the delegates to build a monitoring mechanism that will remind them of the journey to digital transformation in their respective countries. More in the following report.
The 2023 Digital Government Africa Summit, which started on October 4th, 2023 in Lusaka, has officially come to a close. The summit, which was officially opened by Republican President Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, attracted participants from over 30 countries. Its objective was to create opportunities for African governments to discuss solutions that will help unlock the digital potential of Africa and spur economic growth on the continent. Delegates shared the lessons learned and experiences.
It's been truly successful. It's also been great that you're bringing together policymakers and the industry. And so it's, in the end, the ambitions that every government, every nation has in terms of closing the digital divide gap is quite huge.
So all in all, it's been an excellent visit here with so much insight and contribution from the rest of the panels.
This is the great thing that I would like to say, and this is great that that's a way that we've done in Ukraine on building the digital transformation, and this is the same steps that African countries want to do.
Giving his remarks at the closure of the summit, Minister of Science and Technology Felix Mutati encouraged the delegates to build a monitoring mechanism that will remind them of the journey to digital transformation in their respective countries.
The next one should begin by going through that action matrix. What have we delivered between the last conference, the last summit, and the next one? But also, if you can build a monitoring mechanism, remind us that you have an action matrix. Where are you on this journey of transformation? So that we can be able to harvest value.
Smart Zambia National Coordinator Percy Chinyama also encouraged the delegates to put into practice these strategies shared during the summit.
The aim is to have common outcomes. That's the aim. Common outcomes. If we can use common infrastructure for it, let that be.
The first ever Digital Government Africa Summit attracted over 26 ministers and 6 deputy ministers, among other senior dignitaries from the continent. The summit was celebrated under the theme, Transforming Governments for Digital Age. Jane Simalomba Zanis in Chongwe.
And in health news, President Hakainde Hichilema has directed the Ministry of Health to ensure that all hospitals in the country have basic medical equipment required for them to operate efficiently. President Hichilema said that each hospital in the country should be installed with scanners and other basic equipment to be able to deliver the required services to the people. President Hichilema was speaking when he commissioned Chitanda Lumamba Seventh-day Adventist Church Mini Hospital in Chiwombo District. Chambishi Water Supply and Sanitation Company Managing Director Lakson Simumba has complained that the water utility company is losing over 4 million kwacha every month due to vandalism on the company's infrastructure. Zanis staffer Patrick Kabwe reports that Mr. Simumba made the complaint during a stakeholders engagement meeting in Kasama. Here are the details.
In an effort to provide the water and sanitation services to the community, Chambeshi Water Supply and Sanitation Company has been facing challenges emanating from individuals conducting illegal activities on its infrastructure. This has negatively affected its operations, with the water utility company losing revenue amounting to over 4 million kwacha every month. To address this, the company has since called for a stakeholders engagement meeting aimed at resolving some of the irregularities being conducted by the community on the company's infrastructure.
If we could at least not wish they don't test to back from left, but at least if you didn't at least now we can start here. No, let's say 5 years ago, if you do it soon, no matter talk on can you confuse us different. Area take don't chap sana to go at one if you are finished about what damage. The law to so we said to send the fuel body lonely, blocks as in slicing, I want to throw the CCPO, then the headman, the Award Development Committee.
Meanwhile, the traditional leadership has pledged to work with the water utility company to address the situation.
Therefore, I thought my name is Nava Village Committee, the Swissia, Rama section, Chama. Tom Yokuch study port, Amavandalism.
And the Community Crime Prevention Committee says it will work hard to bring the culprits to book.
Inganda n'enganda ya mushi wesu mwa cycle tinostamoni tokwishiba amesha abompyo omuntu ngalilipila ngani iligo nifwe twalabalira ko kwishiba nokumuleta akasibo kuntaishia aba CCPO twatotera.
For Zanis News in Kasama District, I am Patrick Kabwe.
We cross over to Eastern Province, where tobacco farmers in Chipangali District have been urged to diversify to other cash crops which are environmentally friendly, such as cowpeas, groundnuts, and soybeans, to mitigate climate change. Mr. Sakala was speaking at Nkalinkali Agriculture Camp during a seed fair organized by the World Food Programme and World Health Organization in conjunction with seed companies More in this report by Stephen Mukobeko.
Tobacco production, being labor and resource intensive, is also harmful to both the environment and farmers' health. It also endangers food security as it diverts agricultural land that could be used to grow food. It is for this reason that the World Food Programme and World Health Organization have teamed up with seed companies to explain to farmers at a seed fair held in Chipangali district. Chipangali district commissioner was guest of honor.
Rural economies are significantly driven by the agriculture sector, with the majority of the population engaged in some form of agriculture-related livelihood activities. In this regard, the alternative livelihood to tobacco production projects avails opportunities for smallholder farmers in Chipangali district to venture in other livelihood activities to achieve food security and increased households' income sustainably.
The World Food Programme and World Health Organization explained their roles.
So this control allows for countries to come up with interventions that move farmers away from growing tobacco to other alternatives like cash crops such as cowpeas and the other pulses. So mainly that's the role that we have as World Health Organization.
We are trying to do this through the provision of the market, because we know market will drive production. If farmers are sure of what they are growing, that they are sure that they will sell it somewhere, it will drive their decisions in terms of production.
Farmers received the message with joy.
Height was mentioned because of the global change, the environment. The project is deciding that maybe they stop the tobacco production, in that we start growing other crops which will give the farmers the much food security and also some income monies. We are going to make sure that we adapt to this change.
Stephen Mukobeko, Zanis, in Chipangali, Eastern Province.
In agriculture news, government has delivered over 13,000 bags of urea fertilizer to Kalulushi district on the Copper Belt for the 2023-2024 farming season. This follows the delivery of more than 23,000 bags of D compound to the district. Hilda Kapapula has the details.
Part of the inputs delivered for farmers in Kalulushi district on the Copper Belt. This is under the 2023-2024 farming season. Government has so far delivered 37,114 by 50 kilogram bags of urea and D compound fertilizer for the 2023-2024 farming season.
Allow me to begin by confirming that as the district Kalulushi, we received our D compound in full, which was received about 4 weeks ago. And here where we are receiving urea. I can tell you that we've received half the consignment of the total number of bags. We are expecting a total number of bags of 23,520.
Government has this year delivered inputs for the 2023-2024 farming season early to ensure farmers record good yields. The depot manager has also commended government for the early delivery of inputs.
The government is on course and doing a good thing. The total allocation is 23,520 bags.
And the transporters promised to deliver all the inputs on time.
We've got 13,800 bags so far, which is half of the consignment that we have received so far in just within 2 weeks. And we're expected to finish this in the next 1 week.
Government will complete the delivery of the allocated inputs in 10 days. Boaleka Papula for Zanis in Kalulushi.
And government says it is committed to unlocking the challenges hindering the growth of the livestock sector. And Minister of Fisheries and Livestock Makozo Chikote says this is the reason government has invested heavily in fighting livestock diseases to motivate more farmers to venture into animal farming. Mr. Chikote was speaking when he graced the 2023 Southern Province Livestock and Agriculture Exposition in Mazabuka. The Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry says it has embarked on a mission to revive defunct industries in Ndola to boost the economy of the Copperbelt administrative capital. Copperbelt Province Permanent Secretary Augustine Kasongo says the development will also help the city to retain its lost glory of being the manufacturing hub of the country. Mary Chola has the details.
With about 123 membership and 54 nominated members, Ndola Chamber of Commerce and Industry has held its 4th annual Award Gala dinner to celebrate and appreciate business owners who have contributed to the development of the country. Segmented into 10 categories and card reshuffling, some members walked away with prestigious awards.
Business is at the heart of every economy, and we as Ndola Chamber of Commerce focus on 4 pillars, which is to strengthen and grow our chamber, to be the leader in business advocacy, and to provide premier connections to our members. We have coined a phrase, we call ourselves Integrity Networking Group. And we expect what we call corporate testimonies. That is when you are connected and your contract goes through. Report your testimonies to the chamber.
The lead sponsor of the program, Pangia Art Capital founder, encouraged non-members to join the chamber.
Year's awards gala theme, goal setting for personal and organizational fulfillment, speaks to us SMEs to intentionally apply ourselves in creating sustainable businesses that promote job creation and stimulate our country's economic growth.
Copperbelt Province Permanent Secretary Augustine Kasongo announced that government is auditing the industrial yard to revive the industries in Ndola.
Of Commerce has consistently made representation to government. Among these, what stands out is the desire to see Ndola return to its past glory of being the logistics and manufacturing hub of the Copperbelt province. To respond to this, not long ago, government announced a plan to set up an electric vehicle battery plant in Ndola. This is testament of the new dawn government's commitment to revive Ndola. I'm aware that currently the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry is undertaking an audit of all the industrial areas in Ndola to understand what can be done to revive manufacturing.
East to West Construction Company Director is happy that to belong to Ndola Chamber of Commerce has helped them to excel in the market.
And we are aiming to expand more and more for better tomorrow, more especially in roads construction and other businesses, hoping that the market will help us to do that.
The Ndola Chamber of Commerce, which has been in existence for 90 years, want to see Ndola City be a leader in manufacturing of goods on the Copperbelt. Mary Chola for Zanis in Ndola.
Still on the Copperbelt, Zanis staffer Nkwachi Chanda reports that the Masaiti District Town Council has expressed disappointment with the misuse of the Constituency Development Fund CDF grants by some cooperatives. Here is the report.
Some cooperatives that received the Constituency Development Fund empowerment grants in Masaiti have failed to account for the money while some have invested it. This came to light when the team from Masaiti Town Council, working with other government departments, monitored the utilization of the Constituency Development Fund grants that were disbursed in 2022 and 2023. Masaiti Town Council chairperson expressed displeasure at the findings on the ground.
As a council chairperson for the district, I'm personally not happy because government has put too much effort to see that people's lives are improved, and people have taken advantage of it and they are misusing the money. So there's need to sensitize them and there's need to teach them how to manage finances and entrepreneurship, especially entrepreneurship.
And Masaiti District Commissioner Eni Matutu advised the cooperatives to appreciate government through the proper use of money given to them.
Ili ubuteko wali iperesha ifefita fyadi kokunu moko chama cooperative lama ndiwa muno Masaiti district chichi pele fa kupaka ndi cooperative achikwe nke afisi pano kwa ise ya empowerment nekita timwe omwaki bona pano kani mulebomba kunyangamina panshi mukaletera obufira kuyibona bwangu kuisudu tulana kabiri kubikabona fimbi pantu ikitati kibapere pwechibe mwebo nomkalengo ko atakanke mona fimbi finto.
Meanwhile, Chimpwena Women's Cooperative is grateful to the government for the grants.
Government, abafurisho baleba ni kwafurisha not fenka fwewo kabiru twadiri okwafa kone babyesu kwene i cooperative ndi mona none member ndeto tax saving we are expecting a liquidation. We are going to have more than close to 40,000 iyo ile afako ama members kuma challenges wale kwa tamayanda so nga chakuati na 50 mwatu afako I think
the onus is now on the local authority to ensure they sensitize the cooperatives on entrepreneurial and financial management skills to avoid misappropriation and misuse of grants. Nkwachi Chanda, Zanis, Masaiti District, Copperbelt Province.
Finally, in the news tonight, we go back to Northern Province where Lupososhi District has developed the 2022-2030 Integrated Development Plan, IDP, which gives an overall vision for the district's economic and infrastructure development. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu was in Lupososhi District to officially launch the plan. Taziona Mulenga gives more details in the following report.
An Integrated Development Plan, IDP, is a strategic planning tool which gives an overall layout of development for the district. In Northern Province, the Lupososhi District has developed the IDP for 2022 to 2030, which has since been launched by Provincial Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu.
This Integrated Development Plan is not just a document. It is a compass that will guide the future of this district. It charts the course for a journey towards becoming an economically competitive district that is self-sustaining, dynamic, supports biodiversity, and promotes socio-economic development by 2030. This plan is not the work of an individual or one entity, but a result of a collaborative efforts.
And Lupososhi District Commissioner said the IDP will address the needs of the district.
This plan is not a mere document, but a comprehensive strategy to address our community needs and aspirations. It is a roadmap that will guide our action, decision, and investment in the coming years.
For the Lupososhi Council, the plan is a roadmap to achieving the goals of becoming an economically competitive district.
We, the local authority, have taken on the responsibility for providing key services and facilities that are essential for the well-being and progress of our community.
Chieftainess Chungu of Lupososhi District was present at the launch.
Mwema politicians, our opposition, n'abali mu power pakutira umulimo w'ombeke guno ku Lupososhi kana tuwombere pamu tuyikatane pamu bantu wonse icho tulemisha penichinga nichimo.
For Zanis in Lupososhi, I'm Zanis Mlenga.
As we end the news, let's have a recap of stories that made headline. Vice President challenges women to venture into male-dominated industry. Days numbered for human traffickers as government deploys border guards. Tobacco farmers in Chipangali urged to diversify. And Masaiti local authority bemoans misuse of CDF grants by cooperatives. This is where we end Zanis News. On behalf of the entire newsroom and production team, I'm Alice Banda saying goodbye and God bless you.